Ciao a tutti and welcome to Venice Talks, a podcast series about Venice in Italy. My name is Monica Cesarato and I am a Venetian food and travel blogger. I'm going to put my insider knowledge at your disposal to help you discover Venice at 360 degrees. Each week, I will be chatting to the people who really matter, the Venetian. So follow me on the discovery of its artisans, writers, fashion designers, artists, glassmakers, bloggers, and much, much more. Come to visit Venice the right and sustainable way. You can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com and also on all social media. Enjoy the episode. Welcome to Venice Talks, episode number 24. Welcome back everybody to Venice Talks. Today I have a very special guest, is Melissa Conn, Director of the Venice office of Save Venice. Hi Melissa, how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, first of all, for accepting to talk to me, because I know the people of Save Venice are always so busy. You're so involved in so many things. So I honestly thank you so much, because I know your time is so precious. First of all, can we explain to the people, because not everybody of my followers and listeners know, what is Save Venice?
So Save Venice is an American organization with the mission to raise funds for the restoration of art and architecture in Venice. We are a registered 501c3 charity in the United States, and we've been active for over 50 years.
Oh, wow. When was he actually born, the company then, the association?
We were founded in the aftermath of the floods of 1966.
Oh, wow.
But our founders took the official name of Save Venice in 1971.
Oh, that's a long time. Mamma mia, nearly as, you just done 50 years, did you? A couple of years ago?
Yes,
oh, wow.
We celebrated our anniversary. We stretched it into 2022. So we basically wrapped up our anniversary celebrations. And we adopted two major projects to celebrate our anniversary. The mosaics at Santa Maria Assunta on the island of Torcello, and the Italian synagogue in the Jewish ghetto of Venice.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know about that, because I know that about San Sebastiano, know about Basilica dei Frari, that we can talk about later, but I didn't know about these projects. So first of all, how many projects have you got going on at the moment in Venice?
Let's see, about I lose track. No, about I'd say about 30 right now.
Oh my God, so many.
Yes. I mean, the range from, something small, an individual painting, to a new campaign we're starting in collaboration with the Museo Civici Veneziani, the Room of the Four Doors in Palazzo Ducale, which will start soon.
Okay, so what's the relationship between private bodies and the state institutions in bringing a project to completion in Venice? Who actually helps you carry on the projects here in the city?
Save Venice works closely with the owners of the works of art. So that might be the city of Venice, it could be the Catholic diocese, the Jewish community, the city museums. And generally we hire the conservators directly and pay the restoration bills. The Superintendency of Monuments and Fine Arts, the part of Italy's Ministry of Culture, comes to check on the restoration, basically oversees, makes decisions for the restoration process.
Do you use also local companies to carry out the works, or is people from all over the world coming to do the restorations?
No, we try to use as local as possible, because we feel it's very important to preserve Venetian art and architecture. It's best that you have that Venetian touch. And we also like to help the local economy by supporting local conservators.
But it totally makes sense. Since you are saving Venice, you also save Venice from a sustainability point of view as well. What are the obstacles that you face, or Venice faces, in maintaining all the architectures, the artifacts, the history? Because, I know it's Venice with its environment is such a complicated city. So what are the main obstacles that you find in your projects?
I would say that the climate, this is a very difficult situation. You're in the middle of a lagoon. It's very damp. You have a lot of salt in the air that deposits on the artworks.
You had the floods like a few years ago.
We also have the floods, which, yes, Save Venice was very involved after the 2019 floods with a special immediate response fund that we raised over $700,000 for.
Oh, wow.
Response to do sort of less glamorous aspects of preserving Venice. You really have to keep up on everything, constant maintenance, keeping an eye on situations. It's not easy, but these monuments and artworks were made to be in Venice, and that's where we're determined that they're going to stay.
And how many people are involved in the organization here in the city? Because I know you got offices all over the world, I assume.
We have two main offices. We're headquartered in New York City.
Okay.
There we have 5 people that work for Save Venice in New York, primarily with the fundraising and the events. We have chapters and groups across the United States, but they're all volunteers there. And then the Venice operation, right now we have 4 people.
Okay.
We manage and run their conservation projects, restoration projects, and also look for new projects, as well as maintaining all the relationships with the city authorities and with the owners of the artworks and the conservators from.
Talking about back to the projects, how do you actually choose which works, which subject should be restored? What criteria do you follow?
It really depends. I mean, since we have the office, we're here on site. Often if I become aware of an artwork at risk or somebody calls and lets me know, then we vet the project and get project plans, and then present it to our board of directors.
Right.
And board of directors meets 3 times a year, and that's when we discuss projects and choose them basically on depending on the urgency and the ability we think we will have to raise the funds to restore it.
And okay, so we were talking about the last ones that you've just got involved, but I know for a fact of the one that you just accomplished in Basilica dei Frari.
Yes.
Can we talk about that? Because I think it was stunning. I was like shocked when I saw, the restoration that was done.
And that was really an incredible job. We started our interest in the Assunta de Frari started back in 2012, where we did about 3 months of maintenance to clean the surface of the painting and check its condition. We weren't able to go ahead with the restoration until 2019 because the church's organ, one of the church's organ, was attached to directly to the back of the panel. Titian's painting, and it took quite a while to get the permission and authorization and things lined up to be able to remove that organ, which vibrated when it was played and damaged the painting. The organ found a new home. It's actually at a church in Jesolo now.
Okay. Didn't know about this. Okay, good.
We were able to start the conservation, which started in 2019. It was completed in the fall, by August of 2022, and then in October there were celebrations.
It was actually quite fast, though, as a restoration work compared to maybe other jobs and other projects. Was it 2 years?
Yes, I guess you could say it's a little over 2 years. Plus, there was COVID in the middle, so that's
exactly
with all the lockdowns a bit. But yes, I mean, it was obviously as the focal point of the church, we had to not appear so disruptive. So there was a wonderful reproduction of the painting on the high altar, so that it could still be used as a place of worship, and people and tourists would still come into the church to get a sense of, even though they couldn't see the original, the full-size reproduction. So when you're working in that situation, you do need to work in a timely fashion, because you don't want to, really, as I say, be as disruptive and try to keep things on track, because that painting is still used for what it was made for, to be an object of worship.
And another church that you kind of have adopted, I feel like, is San Sebastiano, because you've done so much work in there, right? Am I correct?
Yes, San Sebastiano is really a major achievement for us. We started, in about 2007 with our initial testing analysis. We restored the ceiling of the church from 2009 to 2011. And then basically year by year, we did all the frescoes by Veronese, then the organ loft, the high altar, the side chapels. We're now wrapping up that campaign with the 2 front chapels.
Oh, wow.
Your side of the high altar. But I don't think we'll ever completely leave, because we certainly want to continue with maintenance.
It is such a beautiful church, and it's one of those little churches that so few people go and visit. That is what amazes me is, everybody, of course, goes to they go to St. Mark's, they go to Frari, maybe some other church, but San Sebastiano, I love it because there's always so few people inside. It's beautifully so intimate as a church.
And we're lucky that the chorus program keeps it open every day from basically 10:30 to 4:30 or so. So it is possible to visit without too much of a problem.
What other major project have you accomplished in the city of Venice that you can?
Okay, well, as I mentioned, we just wrapping up Torcello and also the Italian synagogue, the anniversary projects.
When are they going to be ready?
Torcello has been completed. We've taken down all our scaffolding, so mosaics are perfectly in view, and we worked a lot on the structural integrity of the apses of the building as well. And the Italian synagogue that should be being presented at the end of March or in April. It's now really in the final stages. And
that will be beautiful.
As part of the museum tour of the Jewish community.
Good.
Those are the major things. And now we're also working on the Church of San Donato on Murano.
Oh, okay.
There, and again, structural problems with the apse and the archway and the dome that supports the mosaic.
You literally are spread all over the city, have you?
Yes.
You're everywhere.
Yes, we are.
I mean, I can imagine in 50 years, you the things that you managed to restore. I mean, you're such an important part of Venice now. How did you actually end up coming to Venice? Not as Save Venice, as you, Melissa.
Me, myself. I came here as an art history student and studied with Wake Forest University. They have a program in Venice, and then I came back a couple of years later. And after I graduated from Wake Forest in the United States, and I got involved with Save Venice in 1989.
Oh, wow.
Been here for a very long time. I've been director, I guess now for 25 years as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. It's amazing. It is. And Venice is such a particular city that, I mean, I just came back from a trip to the USA. I've never been before, but now I understand why so many people love Venice. We don't have cars. You go by car everywhere in America. For me, it was such a shock as how much you use your cars in America. And I thought, okay, maybe that's why Americans love Venice so much. You can literally, within square kilometers, you go everything there. You walk from A to B in 20, 30 minutes, So how can people support the Save Venice? Do you have programs, apart from the fundraising that I know you organize, but is there any other ways people can, show their support?
Certainly, we have a membership where at all different levels, and then that ensures that you receive our newsletters, our information, have access to our webinars and our meetings and also inaugurations of projects. We have a website which is used by Venice lovers, students, and scholars alike. And those are the first-hand way. And then basically looking at our website, you can get a sense of other ways to get involved, whether it's adopting a project or attending an event or just giving general support.
I noticed, am I wrong, also there are books that have been written?
We do have the newest series there's the Tintoretto in Venice and Carpaccio in Venice, which is a type of a guidebook, but also good for the armchair traveler who could be transported to Venice by reading about all the Carpaccio paintings in Venice and Tintoretto. And then we'll be going on. We're going to do a major book on Titian restorations in the city.
Oh, beautiful.
Next year.
Fantastic. Now, this is, as a Venetian, how hard is it to actually get things done in Venice with an American mindset in an Italian situation? Having lived in England myself a long time, so I don't know. How hard do you find it to get things done? I mean,
well, we're rather persistent, and maybe because we're pretty well organized and can help a bit in the process, that sometimes things are slow, but it's normal that the Ministry of Culture gets a little backed up with their site visits and being able to authorize the projects. And maybe that's the only issue, but it's understandable because they are understaffed.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, I'd say the conservators, everybody works pretty well. So I don't really have complaints. I think that in these situations, everybody is sort of so passionate about what they're doing that they do obtain results maybe quicker than you think.
I suppose also because you've been doing it for so long now, you know how the machine works and
Yes.
how to do things to try to get it done the quickest. Because, you know, for whoever is listening that you're not from Italy, Italy is very hard. With bureaucracy is crazy. So it's amazing. That's what I'm saying. When you told me that you managed to do the restoration in 2 years, I was like, whoa, that's quick, because I know of all the permits that you need to ask and everything. So it's amazing. Okay, can you give us the website so that way people can actually go and visit it? And then I let you go because I know you're very, very, very busy.
Sure. Our website is savevenice.org. So it's www.savevenice.org. And I think that is the quickest way at a glance to be transported to Venice through our photos and also get a sense of our activities and what we're doing.
Fantastic. And they can follow on social medias as well, yes?
Yes, we also are on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Melissa, I'll let you go because I know you're very busy and I don't want to take more time off you. But if you wanted to add anything, I'm more than happy. Otherwise, I'll let you go back to work.
Okay, thank you. No, I really appreciate the chance to talk to you and to talk about our work that we feel so strongly about and how important it is to save Venice's artistic and historic and cultural patrimony.
Thank you so much for all the work you do, because honestly, if companies like yours didn't get involved in the city, I'm not sure so much will be preserved because we got so much. There is so much, both in Italy and in Venice particular, that I don't think we will be able to cope. Thank you again.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for the lovely chat. You can find Save Venice at www.savevenice.org and on all social medias as Save Venice Inc. Thank you again for listening. If you want to book a food tour or a cooking experience with me, you can find me on my blog www.monicacesarato.com or at cookingvenice.com, and also on all social medias with the handle at Monica Cesarato and at Cooking Venice. Feel free to leave a comment or write to info@monicacesarato.com for more information about the people featured in the podcast or Venice. Bye bye!